I found out my wife had slept with my boss the night before the promotion I'd spent years working for. She waited until we were both lying in bed, her voice barely above a whisper, and just dropped it like she wanted to see if I'd crack. My first instinct was to scream, but all I could do was stare at the ceiling, wondering how many signs I'd missed. The smell of her perfume still clung to my shirt from the dinner we'd had celebrating what should have been my big day. When I walked into the office the next morning, everyone avoided my eyes. My boss barely glanced at me before handing me a folder with my termination papers. No explanation, just a cold, practiced line about organizational restructuring. Hours later, when I confronted my wife, she looked at me with something close to pity and said, "You weren't supposed to get that job." She told me she talked to my boss, that it was never about the promotion, it was about making sure I didn't get it. I felt like I'd been punched in the gut, but anger kept me upright. We screamed at each other in the kitchen until my voice was hoarse. She admitted she'd convinced him that I wasn't right for the role, that I'd be better off free, her words, bitter as poison. The cheating was almost a side note, just one more way to twist the knife. She said she did it because she couldn't stand to see me win something she thought I didn't deserve. What crushed me most wasn't the betrayal, but the realization that deep down, part of me believed her. Every late night, every sacrifice, I'd done it all to prove I was good enough. Now, standing in the ruins of my marriage and career, I couldn't tell if I was angry at her, or at myself for needing her to believe in me more than I ever did.